Alright, hello everybody, welcome to our Fire Emblem Radiant's on for Newcomers playthrough. My name is Chokes1301 and let's get started. Today is the last day. It is Endgame Rebirth 5 times. The last chapter, the last battle in the whole game. Let's go.
Leron, I will not countenance this plan.
Hear me, Goddess Ashura. Yune's imprisonment within the medallion has begun to change you. Order and chaos. You are one being, comprising both parts. The one must naturally affect the other.
Even so, I will not return Yune to this body. She is unstable, and I must be perfect in order to protect this world. It is as I have said. Yune must be destroyed.
Ashura, you mustn't. You cannot survive without your opposite. Please, you must not do this. Your world still needs you.
Leron, you have ever been a wise and kind-hearted child. In deference to you, I will place my faith in your kind one last time. For the next 1,000 years, I shall sleep as well. When I wake again, I hope it is to a world of peace and order, where all prosper as equals. If I do, then I will know that you have advised me well. I will reward your counsel.
That was like the longest
I
pause
will
ever.
also allow Yune to return to me. I will once again be the goddess of creation, whole and complete. Ashura, the dawn goddess, the name your ancestors gave me so long ago. I should like to hear it again. However, during this 1,000 years, if the chaos of war should arise and awaken Yune from her slumber in the medallion, I will know that you have strayed from your path, and I will punish your failure as I will reward your success. And then you will know my judgment. You will pay for your sins, each of you to the last.
In the names of our people, we vow to keep this covenant. There will be no great war between Lagos and Bjork for 1,000 years. So pledge Altina of the Bjork, Tegensia of the Dragon Tribes, Soen of the Beast Tribes, and I, Leron, of the Bird Tribes.
If you believe during this 1,000 years that you have created a world that has outgrown the atrocities of war, or if you feel the world has fallen beyond hope of redemption, you may sing the Galder of release and awaken us both. Your heirs will possess that ability as well. Sing to awaken us, and tell us your tale. Tell us of the world your two kinds have built in our absence. We will listen, and we will judge fairly and impartially. This is our covenant with you.
And we see here, Ashera made that covenant that if the Galder's release awoke them, then she would judge fairly and impartially then she and Yune would do it together, and it would be after they talked and told about the world. But Ashera didn't do that. She broke her side of the covenant. It's her, Ashura. Ashura, it's me, Yune. Can you hear me? Please listen to me. You don't need to pass any more judgment. You can return the people to normal. I cannot. There are still people in my world who are made of fallible flesh. I feel like she has this very wispy voice. This imperfect world has passed beyond control. Now I shall pass my final judgment. Wait, you can't violate the terms of the covenant, Ashura. 1,000 years still hasn't passed. We were woken by Galder, not by mankind's war. It doesn't matter. See, the goddess of order is just like totally spitting in the face of her own orderly covenant. During my long sleep, Bjork and Laguz continued to fight. The children of flesh will never learn nor grow. Time will pass as always, but nothing can change the destiny of mankind. Man, look at that nihilism. Really, that like fatalism. You have to look deeper. The first judgment didn't turn everyone to stone, and I'll tell you why. Because these people are not people as we know them. Ashura, these people have become something new. People, the Zunama, are the only living creatures of this world that we didn't create. Animals evolved to become Zunama, who then became Laguz and Bjork. That evolution continues today. Ashura, I'll tell you a secret you didn't know. Children can be born of both a Bjork and Laguz parent. They are still very few in number, but if allowed to flourish, mankind might become anything. If the two races continue to evolve, I'm sure something wonderful will emerge. You can't just bring that to a halt. Do not claim certainty of anything. The children of this world are born of chaos, and nothing could be more uncertain. This world does not require the evolution of man. My responsibility is to protect order, the balance of all life forms. Beings that evolve without my guidance will only destabilize and threaten this world. Because of that, you have to wipe out everything made of flesh? Is that what you're trying to say? Very well then. You and I have nothing more to talk about. My only choice is to defeat you. Yune, do not be absurd. You cannot overthrow me, just as I cannot overthrow you. Of course not, but they can. That's like the Thor Ragnarok meme, right? Where the goddess is like, you can't hope to defeat me. And Thor's like, I know, but he can, and points to like the castle blowing up. Of course not, but they can. Everyone, the time has come. Defeat Ashura, or everyone you love will be a statue forever. These people, they carry your blessing, Yune. You mean to fight me? Ashura, our goddess, this is the world and we are the people you created. You make it sound as if we're some sort of filthy creatures that just decided to settle down here and cause trouble. Ike, don't say it like that. I love how blunt and like... I mean, you can see when Ike gets angry, he just like doesn't hold anything back. We're not perfect. Sometimes our brains tell us one thing while our emotions tell us another. And war, the more we try to avoid it, the worse it is when it comes to us. People are probably the dumbest creatures alive, but somehow you're the most endearing. It's your imperfections that make you so interesting. Imperfections very similar to ours. We know that we've messed up. We'll do our best to avoid more war and to make peace our highest priority. Ashura, just give us one more chance. All we ask is for one more chance. You expect me to reverse my judgment? The goddess of order cannot be so mercurial. My decision is final. Okay, she talks about reversing her judgment being so horrible, and yet she violated her own covenant. Come on. So that's how it's going to be, huh? Then we will fight, and we will save our people. Make your peace with whatever the gods worship. Your end is near. My end is near? In every battle that mattered in my life, I've always been the one left standing, no matter how slim my chances. Ike is just subtly acknowledging his plot armor at this point. This battle means more than any of the others because it's for the life of every person that I've ever cared about. I will win this fight. That's so cool though. I love Ike's little speech there. Alright, this is the final battle. So, we have like 3 spirits. Now the real meat and potatoes of this battle is fighting these auras. So you have to defeat these auras before you can get to Ashura herself. Now, Ashura has AoE attacks just like Deginsia and Sephiroth did, which is why Fortify is so helpful. She also has 65 attack and 32 attack speed. That's really important because she can... I mean, 65 attack is enough to just kill some people. Like, she could just kill Sanaki, and she might end up doing that at some point this battle. We'll see. She also doubles Enna, which is pretty sad, right? Actually, though, with Gareth, I think Gareth can survive if he uses a pure water. So Gareth has 18 res when transformed. To add 7 to that with the pure water means he has 25. And 65 minus 25 is 40. Yeah, she would do 40 times 2 to him. Alternatively, I think Enna also would just survive. So we'll probably just have Enna grab a pure water, and she can use that on turn 2. There we go. Cool. But yeah, so you have to defeat all 9 auras to then, I guess, 3, 6, 8 auras, and then defeat Ashura herself. She has 120 HP, which is a ton. She also has Mantle, which means she restores 40 of that HP every turn. She has 32 attack speed, which is sad because... Or actually, that's really nice because she can get doubled by Ike. So yeah, the other key thing with the auras is that they have this skill that causes half of all damage received to be reflected back. So for example, if Leonardo were to do 22 times 2 to the auras, he would receive 22 damage back. That's really important because it makes it so basically with the auras, you want to just fight them with people who have either Nihil or Parity, because then they won't get affected by this skill. Also, the auras have Mantle, so they'll restore 40 HP every turn. And then the last thing is that the corners are standing on cover tiles, and then the middle ones are standing on boardwood. Excuse me. Just take a drink of water here. So yeah, that's how this battle works. So you want your main damage people to hit them who have Nihil and Parity. You want your main damage people to have that. And then you can, if you kill them, you don't get the damage taken back. Now the other thing is that they have 35 attack speed. So if you have 39 attack speed or more, you do double them. Now the way we can pump up our attack speed is have Nasir give +5 speed to people. So that means what we're going to do, and the other thing is that Mia, who has 40 speed, can actually just damage them, can double them by herself. And so we're going to give Mia Parity so that she can just fight them by herself and double them by herself. Importantly, Leonardo gets +5 speed from his bow, and so Leonardo can actually double them himself. So we're going to give Leonardo Parity as well, because Parity cancels out Nasir's White Pool skill. And so since Leonardo doesn't need Parity, doesn't need the White Pool skill, we're going to take it off Jill and give it to Leonardo so that he can just fight on his own merits. You also don't really need other skills on your people because they can't really use them against the auras. We're going to take off Nihil from Har, and we're going to give it to Jill. And the reason we're doing that is because Jill has 35 speed. Now, if she's next to Nasir, that means she has 40 attack speed, which means she does double the auras. Oh, did I give Leonardo Nihil? Awkward. I meant to give him Parity. There we go. Alright, and then the other people we want to give Nihil to, Ike, of course. Nasir with Nihil actually isn't that bad of an idea, but we're going to take it off of him and give it to someone else. And who are we going to give it to? We're actually going to give one of them to Nephany. And the reason is because if Nephany is next to Nasir, she gets +5 speed and she can double. And then the other person we're going to give Nihil to is Shinon, because Shinon has 34 speed. And so if he is next to Nasir, he can double. And also, because Shinon has 3 range, it makes it a lot more flexible to put him next to Nasir so that he can double and do a lot of damage. So yeah, that'll be super nice. So those are going to be our main damage dealers. Everyone else is kind of just going to be trying to provide support. Enna will be helpful with Blood Tide. We could bring Gareth instead of Kurthnaga so that we could have 2 people providing Blood Tide. That does actually help a good amount. So yeah, let's do that, actually. We'll bring Gareth. I don't think there's anything we can do. We'll give him Renewal and Imbue so that he can, like, get some HP back. And we'll give him Provise just in case he can activate that. But yeah, besides that, I think that's fine. And then, so we're going to actually bench Kurthnaga for Gareth, because Gareth is going to give +5 strength to our people, and that'll be helpful. And what we can do actually with Soren is use Ward on Gareth, and then that way he has a better chance of surviving. I thought there was one other Lagouge gem lying around. Let's see. Yeah, cool. And then I'm actually going to give Gareth, like, a Vulnerary, a Concoction, and an Elixir, just in case. He doesn't really need the Lagouge Stone. Cool. Alright, besides that, I think that's all the preps, per se, we need to do. Makai has Fortify. She doesn't really need the Sleep Staff. Matrona could be helpful, because it's Physic, but just completely restores someone. Soren has Physic and Restore, that's nice. I guess we could give some bonus experience to people. Like, Makai could take a level and get some speed. Woohoo! Jill could benefit from that skill and defense. I mean, not really the defense, because we're only fighting magical enemies. But skill is pretty helpful. I think Enna could get a resistance, which could be helpful here. Yeah, let's go. So now she's at 36 resistance and 60 HP. And that means Ashura is doing 29 times 2 to Enna, which means Enna just survives. Which means she doesn't need the Pure Water, right? Alright, let me make sure I'm doing my math. So 65 minus 36 is 29, yeah. So Enna should survive. That's really good. Oh, I'll give Shinon some levels so he can up his strength. That's great. Oh, okay, buddy. Please get strength. He needs 2 strength to cap it. Let's go, got strength. Alright, strength again, please. Let's go. So now he's doing the max amount of damage he can do, which is awesome. Everyone else, ooh, I'll give Bethany a level up, and if she doesn't get strength, I'm gonna give her an energy drop. Because, I mean, I want to max out her damage output as much as possible. And I do have an energy drop, and now it's like the time to use it. Alright, so Neptune's at capped strength, that's very nice. Any other, like, oh, we could give, I'm gonna give Gareth a Seraph Robe. And that sounds crazy, but the reason is because that +7 HP could actually make him survive. And that could make a really big difference. Raphael could also benefit from a Seraph Robe, so we're gonna give him that. 42, very nice. Spirit Dust, Secret Book, or Draco Shield. I don't really care about the Draco Shield. The Secret Book could actually be beneficial for some skill. So who does not have capped out skill? Let's see. Alright, everyone that I'm gonna use to fight has capped out skill, I think. So I'll just give it to Nasir, because I'll probably end up hitting stuff with Nasir, so I'll give him the Spirit Dust, so he can cap out his magic. And I'll give him the Secret Book so he can cap out his skill, I guess. Alright, and then the Draco Shield doesn't matter because we're not fighting any physical enemies. We'll give it to Raphael just for kicks and giggles, I guess. Woohoo! 5 defense. Alright, besides that, oh, and then we'll give the Pure Water actually to Gareth because Enna should just survive. Although, actually, I'll use it on Enna because Gareth got the Seraph Robe, and we can ward Gareth. Alright, oh, let's go. +2 attack on Leonardo, that's super nice. This support doesn't matter because Kurthnaga is not being fielded. Oh, Nephany Aaron, let's go. Give some extra hit to Nephany. Yeah, I think besides that, we're good to go. Alright, this info conversation is really cool because it tells the story of how Ike and Soren met. Very, very cool. Any other, I mean, like, could probably top someone off. Alright, Boyd, here's your chance. Don't be a disappointment. Let's get some speed. I mean, it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. Skill, luck? Those are. He could have gotten strength. This Boyd was a disappointment. I mean, he still did some important things, though, so it's fine. Alright, besides that, I think we're good to go. Yeah. Alright, one last thing that I'm kind of thinking about. So Jill with the Brave Axe would, if she's getting the +5 speed, she'd actually hit for ×4. And I'm trying to think if that's more than the Irvin. So with the Irvin, she has 57 attack. 57 times 2 is 114. And so she'd have 114 total attack. With the Brave Axe, she'd have 46 attack. 46 times 4 is more than 114. So she would actually do more damage with the Brave Axe. So that's good to know, because Jill could just do more damage with the Brave Axe. And then I'll give Har the Irvin, because maybe he could run in and hit for 60, and that's pretty nice, because that's just 30 damage. Alright, now for positioning, it is so hard to position Nasir well. So like, ideally we could maybe take out this Wardwood guy, take out this cover guy, you know. So with parity, we're gonna ignore cover and Wardwood, which is really important. So like Leonardo and Mia could probably take out a cover guy by themselves or pretty close to by themselves. So yeah, especially if, oh, I guess support bonuses don't matter for Leonardo because parity. So what I want to do, I'm just trying to make it so like Gareth is close to people and Nasir is close to people. What I think we'll probably do turn 1 is put Nasir here. Or maybe here. Yeah, we could put Nasir here. And then this way, like, someone could attack from here, here, and here. And that could work out fairly well. Like, Nephany could attack with the Wishblade. And Shinon could attack with the double bow. And then someone could attack. We could have, and maybe that would kill. Cool. All right, we're gonna just try it. It's pretty hard to plan it all out, so we're just gonna go for it and see what happens. Oh hey, I forgot about this. So yeah, we got Sephiran. Forgive me, goddess. I must end my service to you now. Look, his name is Laron now. My dear goddess Ashura, please forgive me. Laron, everything I've done was a mistake. This is all a result of my weakness. The changes were unbearable to watch. Too frightening to understand. It grew painful to accept change, and with that my heart filled with cowardice. I was overwhelmed by the pain and could think of nothing but soothing it. As long as I suffered, I was blind to anything else, even to the beautiful things of the world. I can see it now. The people deserve compassion. They deserve to have their lives back. No. You were always too flexible, too inconstant. You cannot sway me any further. Ashura, my goddess, please, be silent now, and watch as I erase these beings that confuse your simple heart. Yeah, we get Laron. So now Yune explains how to beat Ashura. So in order to reach Ashura, we must first destroy the aura protecting her. Got it? Attack the aura. Thanks, Yune. So yeah, here's Laron. He actually has 40 speed now instead of the 35 or whatever he had. He also has SS Light, Dark, and Staff, and he comes with the Ashura Staff, which is just restores all HP to all adjacent units. But the range is total, And so I'm pretty sure it just restores all HP to everyone. And the adjacent units is just like a mistranslation or something. But yeah, he's like pretty strong. He only has 11 strength, and so he can't do too much, especially since we only blessed long range magic tomes. However, he can help with like healing people. Alright, so first step, let's see parody Leonardo 22 times 2. Let's go for it. Oh, nice miss. Alright, and then Mia with parody could probably 19 times 2. That's not bad. Unfortunately, there's like pretty bad hit rates. Alright, and then now what we could do is... I'm wondering if Boyd could just kill. He does 19. Soren does 16, but has horrible hit rates. I would like Soren to be next to Ike somehow. To give Ike +2 attack. So I think if I put Soren here and have him just like attack one of these tails, one of these spirits, that would probably be fine. Oh, the other thing we do have is Raphael. So we do want to try to use him as much as possible too. Okay, so I think first things first, we move Nasir here and use the Laguz gem. Oh, what I should have done is put Nasir next to Mia and Leonardo, and then we could have made like, and then we could have Gareth move here and make all three of them move again. I think what I'll actually do is, so like Neffany could move here and double attack, and that's pretty helpful. Ike could also move here and double attack, and that's pretty helpful. I think between, if Ike and Neffany both hit, they actually kill. Let's go. Especially if I put Enna here and the Goose Gem, then Neffany would get +5 strength, and yeah, she's doing 31 times 2. That's awesome. And then if I kill this here, I could actually make 4 people move again. I could make Jill, Neffany, Mia, and Ike all move again. So I can bring Jill up here. Oh wow, she does like 0 damage. What if I make Shinon? Oh, so close. Oh, I pressed A too fast. Well, that's okay. Alright, and then we just make them all move again. And then I think I'm just going to have Mia kill this one here. As long as she hits. Okay. I figured. I'm going to have Neffany actually attack this guy here. Oh, how did you miss that, though? Unfortunately, Nasir can't help Ike out. But what we could do is bring Shinon back here and do 26 times 2, or we could bring him up here and he could do 31 to this one. It's not a great hit rate, though. So I think we just have Shinon attack here. Oh my goodness, I hate how dodgy these auras are. And then I think Ike could just kill here. Cool. Got him. And then Jill could attack this one up here for 16 times 2. It's pretty good. Because I think actually Har could finish that one off. Yeah, let's go. Har with the 100 hit. And see, because Har finished him off in one blow, he didn't get hit by the kickback damage. Alright, I'm going to bring Aaron up here with Javelin. And have Micaiah just start Persian people, I guess. I think Boyd could run up here and just take this one out. Hopefully. Nice dodge, Boyd. Just kidding, you didn't dodge. That's fine, though. I think if I have Gatry move here and just, like, equip the Silver Axe, since he has Provoke, I think the Spirits would just attack him. Which seems preferable to me. And then I'm going to have Gareth kind of move up here and use the Lagoose Gem. And then I'm going to have Micaiah take the Ward Staff and use it on Gareth, just so I don't forget. And then Sanaki's not really going to do much of anything. Can weaken this guy, I guess. Or not. Very cool. And then Laron can come up here. Alright, so I think Ashra has her first attack, which is an AoE magical attack. We'll see. Yeah, so that one attacked Gatry and does like 4 damage. That's perfectly fine. And that one also attacks Gatry for the 4 damage. Cool. Provoke. Super helpful. I mean, it's fine for Gatry to take that minimal amount of damage. You would face me in battle? I need no further evidence of your kind's imperfections. This will hardly be a battle at all. Simply an end. Perish, flawed one. Alright, here we go. Please don't die, anyone. 23. Oh no, Raphael! Well, guess we're restarting. Yeah, I forgot that Ashera's first one is physical, actually. I guess I should look it up, just so I don't make a similar mistake again. I was hoping Raphael with the Seraph Robe could survive, but we'll see. Clearly that did not happen. Alright, let's look up Ashera attack order. Cool. Alright, so first turn is an AoE physical attack, then she does a long-range magical attack on a single unit, then a magical attack AoE, then a long-range physical attack. And then she silences everyone. Cool. Alright, well, I think we're gonna do this slightly differently than last time, because I had better ideas. So for example, I'm gonna actually have Leo and Mia and Nasir and maybe Ike attack here. So it's an AoE physical attack, so we want people to be on cover as much as possible, especially Raphael. So if I could have Raphael be here, that would be helpful, or we could just move him with rescue drop, you know? So like if I have Leo attack from here, Mia attack from here, that could work. Alternatively, so if I have Nasir go here. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I could have Nasir go here, and then someone could attack from here on this one. And that seems pretty worth it. Alright, cool. And we have Laron again. Alright, so Nasir moves here, Lagoose Gems. We have Parody again. Hopefully he doesn't miss. Dang it, that's fine. Then we could have Mia move up here, Parody, 19 times 2. Let's go, hit both. We could have Ike attack here for 25. If we bring up Soren, I'm wondering, I bring Soren here to ward Gareth. Oh, I could have Gareth actually, man, he can't support Ike though, big sad. But I could have Kenon move where Ike is and attack there with the +5. Okay, cool. So I'm going to have Gareth move here, use the Lagoose Gem. Then I'm going to have Soren move here and ward Gareth, and then that way Soren's in range of Ike support. Now the other thing I can do now is I can have Ike move forward 1 and attack here. And so now he's doing 27 instead of 25. Very nice. Now, also importantly, is I can have Henan hopefully finish this guy, because he gets the support from both Gareth and Nasir. Oh, Shinon, come on. Alright, so I'm going to have Raphael make these guys move again. Now, I do want to make sure I move Raphael. If I could, like, get him back onto this cover, that would be best. Now, if I put Nasir here, I could have people attack. However, if I put Nasir here, then I could have someone attack from here or here, which would be pretty beneficial. Yeah, I think that works the best. So we'll have Nasir just attack. And he'll take 18 damage back, but that's honestly a small price to pay. And then I'll have Ike. Oh, Ike could just finish? Let's go. Yeah, let's go, Ike. And then Mia could finish this one here. Pretty easy, hopefully. Let's go. And then I'm thinking Leonardo could move over here, do 22 times 2, and then we could probably finish this one off pretty easily with someone else. Because Jill doesn't do all that much damage. She does do 24 though, and so if someone else could do 30 damage, we'd be doing pretty good. Or if I bring Anna over here, then Jill can move here and do 11 times 4, and then I don't need to use Leonardo for this one. Let's go. Then I can move Jill to this cover tile, and then I could probably have Har just finish this guy off. Easy. Alternatively, because I don't have any ranged blessed weapons. Yeah, so I'm going to have Har just kill this one here. Very nice. Oh, I wonder if Micaiah could have killed. Yeah, she probably could have, because she does 15. Dang, I messed that up. Oh, that's okay. And then what I want to do is I'm going to actually bring Nephany up here to do 31 times 2. Let's go. And then I can bring Leonardo up to this cover tile, I guess. Nope, not that one. I guess I'll bring Leonardo over here, and he can just hopefully kill here. Oh, come on, Leo. That's okay, because I could have Sanaki maybe. Okay. Sanaki plus Micaiah actually would kill. Alright, let's go. And then Sanaki moves here. She could finish him. It's a slim chance, though. Let's go, Sanaki! Alright, that was really good. We cleared 4 auras in the first turn. That worked out really well. We're going to bring Gatry over here with the Wardwood again, so that he can bait some people over. Bring Laron over here, put him on a cover tile so that he doesn't get hurt very much. Boyd could just move here, I guess. Oh, we want to make sure we rescue drop Raphael. So if I... How can I do this? If I rescue Raphael with Aaron, then Boyd could drop him, but then we can't drop him onto a cover tile. But he might survive if he's this far back. If I rescue here, because I can't rescue with Boyd and move, which would have been ideal. So we're going to just rescue here. And then we're going to try dropping him and seeing if that works on this Healstone. Because that's like far enough away that he'll probably survive, but we'll see. Alright, so all 3 of the spirits should just attack Gatry, which is exactly what we want. Alright, Gatry took barely any damage. That's great. Now, ideally, no one dies from Ashura's physical attack here. Alright, so those people are on cover, which is great. Ike was not on cover. Mia was, though. Whew. Still taking a good amount of damage, but I think everyone should be okay. Alright, the damage like drastically reduced as the range increased. So I think Raphael should survive. Let's go! Whew! Alright, so now Ashera is going to just hit one person with her long-range magical attack. Now that's important because she could just end someone. Wow, okay, Anna. Oh, he has renewal, huh? And I gave Gareth renewal. Okay, so like, if Ashera attacks Gatry, he should be okay. If Ashera attacks Gareth, does he die? The answer is no. Enna also does not die. Sanaki does die, though. Yeah, because she just gets doubled. And Ashera does 22 times 2. That is not ideal. Even if we ward Sanaki, she's not going to survive. Which is also not ideal. We might, maybe if we put Sanaki on a ward wood, use the pure water, she'd get plus 17 res, and that puts her at 50 res. And then if we make sure she's healed to full, she would only take 17 times 2. Or she'd take 15 times 2. That should work. And then if she's in range of her support with Leo, that's even better. Alright, so now we're seeing some better hit rates, which is nice. So first thing I kind of want to do is fortify with Micaiah. But I think I'll actually do that at the end of the turn. So what I can do is think about how I want to take out these last 4 auras. So Boyd could actually do some damage to this one here. He does not get doubled by Ashera. Oh, good. Okay, good. So he does 29, which is actually not bad. Mia could do 38, hopefully. So that's pretty good. If I put Nasir here, then, and try to kill this one with like some ranged attacks, then like I could give plus 5 speed to this space, this space, this space, and if this one dies, this space, which is pretty good. Yeah. So I think I'll do that. So we'll put Nasir here, and we're going to actually try to take out this guy. Let's go. Alright, that's perfectly fine. We could even Ashura Staff with Laron and just heal everyone that way. Alright. Now, what I want to do next is I'm going to put Leo here and have him do 22 times 2 here. And now, pretty much anyone can take this kill. And so I'll just have Har take him out. Got him. Very nice. Alright. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd actually like to have Jill attack this guy. Unfortunately, Nasir can't give her some extra damage. So instead of that, I'm going to bring Gareth over here. Because if he's on a Wardwood, he definitely survives. And so, wow, that 20 hit rate, very cool. Yeah, I could also bring him here. Yeah, I think just bringing him here would be good. You know, you never know if he's going to hit the 20 hit. You didn't, but it's always worth trying. Not always worth trying, but most of the time it is. If I put Enna here, then I could make 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could make 2 people have +5 strength, which is pretty good. So I could do that. If Ike's here, he does 30 times 2, which is super strong. I think actually Neffany does 31, so we're gonna go for that. Because now Jill could actually finish. Oh yeah, let's go. Very nice. And then I could bring up Shinon maybe here. And he could do 31 times 2. That's super good. I do have Raphael as well. So if I have Raphael, I don't think Ashura is going to hit Raphael. Yeah, she does double him. If Raphael transforms, he's at 30 res. I'm going to Google real quick if Ashura attacks Herons. Alright, let's see. I don't know. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm assuming no. We'll see. Alright, we're gonna assume no and just operate off of that assumption. It might be a bad assumption, but we're gonna go for it. Now, with that though, we could actually, if I put Shinon here, he could do 31 potentially. And then, oh, alternatively, if I have Ike move here, he could do 25. I could have Mia move here and do 19 times 2, and then I could have Shinon move here and do 31. And then I could dance for all 3 of them and make all 3 move again. That seems super nice. Alright, nice hit there with Ike. Then Mia moves here and hopefully hits both of these. 1. Got him. Let's go. Alright, Mia level up. Yeah, just get some resistance. Cool. And then Shinon can move here and hopefully kill. Let's go. Alright. I could shove Micaiah. Oh, do I want to ward Enna? I can't ward Enna. If I shoved Soren, I could ward Enna. That could be nice. We already calculated that Enna survives, though, so I don't need to ward Enna, but if I shove Soren, Soren could come up here and give help to Ike with his support. Now, what I'm actually going to do is heal up Nasir. Oh, I guess that wasn't super necessary, but it's fine. Alright, Soren level up. Nice. Alright, let's have Raphael move here. Sing for them. And now what I can actually do is, if I have Shinon move here, he does double this guy. He has really bad hit, so I guess we'll just see what happens. Oh, he hit 1. Let's go. And then I could move here and actually double this one too. Oh, come on, Ike. How'd you miss that? Alright, and then Mia could do 19 times 2. Let's go. And then I could move Soren. Oh, he can't reach. No, Soren! Why? Could Micaiah actually just kill? Wait a second. Wait a second. Ah, so close. Okay. What about Soren? 31 hit. I think that's pretty bad odds. So we're not going to be able to ward Enna, which is fine. Is there someone we should ward? We could ward Gatry. Yeah, we could have Gatry just like move here and attack, and then we could ward him. Although if we ward him, they won't damage him, so they might not attack him. I think they'll still attack him though. And then the other nice thing about moving Soren is that we can have Boyd run up here and kill. Awesome. So now we've taken out all the auras, and we can attack Ashera herself. The aura is gone. Excellent. Now we can finish this. So we're going to move here and just use the Ashera staff and heal everyone. Right? Let's go. Alright, now we should be... Cool. They're still going to attack Gatry, which is great. I think every spirit that's on the map right now can attack Gatry from range. Because there's like 8 spaces around him to attack from. And so we don't have to worry about the spirits like attacking us. This is super helpful because the spirits often, like, if you bring Gareth to this battle, they'll often like gang up on Gareth and try to kill him. And so it's really nice that they just can't do that. Now I'm wondering with Ashera what she's going to do. Honestly, it's really a toss-up on who she's going to attack. I don't think she can actually kill anyone because she can't kill the people she can double. Okay, she just attacked Gareth. Let's go. Because she should only do 31 times 2. Perfect. I wonder if Gareth attacks back. I guess not. Let's go. That's perfect. Alright. So our preparations for Gareth worked out well. He healed 18 because he has both Renewal and Imbue. Alright, so now we can just finish this battle this turn. I do like to have Ike have some support for attacking Ashera because she's super obnoxious. So like if I could have both like Gareth and Enna around to give Ike plus 10 skill, that would be pretty good. Yeah, it was so good that we gave Enna that bonus experience level up because that let her not die to Ashera. So I'm going to just put Enna there. I'm going to bring Gareth here, give him his elixir. And then let's just start trying to take out Ashera. So the really important part is that Ike has to be the one to deal the final blow. If Ike is not the one to deal the final blow, Ashera just restores all her HP. Yeah. And then she does have 32 attack speed, so you do need to like do similar strats as we were doing. Okay, so Ike, if I move him here, he's doing 30 times 2 because he has plus 10 strength, which is awesome. And he has 85 hit, which is awesome as well. And then if I brought Soren up, he'd probably help him out even more. So I just need to get Ashera down to around 30 HP is my ideal, because then Ike would have 2 chances to kill her. Poke. Alright, I bet Shinon could just whittle her down the rest of the way. If we move him here, he has a chance to kill. So we're just going to hope he hits 1. Alright, he hit 1. And then I could always make Ike move again with Raphael if he misses. So I'm going to bring Soren up here, and so Ike's going to do 32 times 2. Oh, I wonder if anyone else could just do like some meaning. Jill could hit. That could work. Alternatively, Har could hit, and that's much better. However, Har doesn't have Naiho, and so I don't really want to bet on it. Does Har's support give hit? Plus 8 hit. I mean, that's not nothing. Oh, what we should do, if we give Jill the Irvan, and then move Har in support range, then Jill gets plus 38 hit, and yeah, there we go. Now she's doing 22. So what happened is the Irvan has 30 more hit than the Brave Axe, and so that made a big difference, and then the support gives plus 8 hit. Alright, now we definitely win. Yeah, that's it. We're gonna bring Soren up for that Ike support. Can ward up Boyd, I guess. Gatry with Provoke, very helpful. Nasir, Gareth, and Enna, very helpful. Very helpful to have Enna and Gareth, like, we thought about how to make them survive an attack from Ashera. And now Ike can just beat the game for us. Let's go. The support plus the Blood Tide and White Pool. Nice.
We have to put an end to this. Take all the power I have.
Thank you. I'll use it well.
Now it's time for the coolest animation. When you see this animation, you know you've won. Let's go. We did it. Whew. The bird. It's always weird to me that Yune like shows up as a little girl, but it's all good, I guess.
What of you? Are you leaving?
I am, but I believe it's for the best. This world does not need gods. We have always failed you. We've made you weak. That's why we must go.
You don't have to leave.
Huh?
It's true. We don't have much use for gods. But well, you show us what we should aspire to. We need inspiration. You give us a reason to grow, to become more than we are. And if we don't have that, Yune, we're nothing more than statues.
Can you forgive me for the pain I've caused?
I don't know. But you have already forgiven us. How could we not? We are all family. We will try to understand one another, even when we disagree.
You're right. I will try one more time.
The birdie. Alright, well, guess everyone's not a statue again. We did it. I like how the Bjork are like, huh, we'll still fight. And the Lagoos are like, I'm good. A slight smile for understanding. And because this lowly soldier put down his lance, everyone has the courage to put down their lance. See, the small person does matter in the end. Yay, everyone in every country is back. Thanks, bird person. Alright, well, that's it. We did it. We have officially beaten the game. The epilogue. Alright, well, this was a really fun experience. Really fun trying to tailor my playstyle to newcomers where I'm explaining as I go. I don't know how well I did that in general, but I hope you all enjoyed it. We're going to go through and I'll voice the epilogue if you want to watch it. If you don't, that's completely understandable. And yeah, we'll just kind of finish off with this. Well, I guess this is over. We'd better be on our way. Are you going back to Dane? Yes, everyone's waiting for us. We'll have to start rebuilding all over again. Hopefully this time will be the last time. No, don't say hopefully. Make it the last time. If anyone can do it, you two can. I don't doubt it, but thanks for the vote of confidence. Thank you, Ike. I won't ever forget you. It's nice to see Micaiah come around to the great person that is Ike. Alright, and now we get to see all what happened to everybody. So yeah, Micaiah, crowned 15th Queen of Dane at prior King Peleus's entreaty, Micaiah ushered in a new era of prosperity. And so, becoming Queen Micaiah's husband and her pillar of strength, Sove worked tirelessly to assist the poor. Edward lived as a common townsman despite the queen's wishes. He would often visit the keep to bring good news. Leonardo toiled at rebuilding the army. With his proven skills and good looks, he was beset by women across Tellius. Yo, Leonardo, super helpful at the end with that Lugnasada. Nolan wandered the kingdom, saving those in adversity. Stories of his altruism eventually became legends. Laura returned to her home's church and became a mother to many orphans, all of whom loved her gentleness. Ileana returned to travel with the merchant caravan as she had before. Somewhere, right now, she's hungry. Aaron served for many years as lookout in his hometown. Everyone relied on him for his honest if clumsy work. Tironio worked tirelessly for his country as the linchpin of Dane's military and a pillar of statesmanship. Zyhark traveled Tellius as a mercenary, resolving Bjork Lagoo's disputes. Some say he eventually settled in Gallia. Queen Micaiah ceded Tallegra to Jill. Bearing her father's ideals, she and her husband made the land prosper. I wonder who her husband ended up being. Though unparalleled in strength as a Draco Knight, Har never fought again. Rather, he carried cargo into Tallegra. It kind of is implied that they are paired, but it doesn't actually say. I love that the game mentions that Har is unparalleled in strength, because he really was. Fiona, as Lady Murado, Fiona watched over people until she died. I'm sorry, Peleus says, but I don't believe you. Because see, my dear, you have the mark. Wait, don't you have a mark? No, Mother, Lady Almeida. Is that the reason you thought me to be your son? And that is the reason why Azuka chose me out of all the children at that orphanage. Stop, this is impossible. You are my son, I am your mother, and I say so. Lady Almeida, Your only memories of your son were of him as a baby. You yourself said so. In other words, he already had a mark, even as a child. Yes, that's so. What of it? This mark, my mark here, is called the Spirit's protection. When I was 13, I chose to make a pact with the spirits. What? When I learned that you were one of the Dragon Clan, I began to doubt, and slowly my doubt turned to certainty. I'm sorry, Lady Almeida. I'm sorry that, though it was never my intent, I ended up deceiving you. I'm sorry, but I am not your son. Peleus! But still, I was happy. It was fleeting, but I knew the feeling of a mother's love. You have my thanks. I... Ah... Just as a spoiler, Almeida's actual son is Soren, which is very interesting. And it gets revealed if you have Soren attack Peleus in 3:13 Endgame, or in Part 3 Endgame, but also if you have Soren attack Micaiah in the river crossing battle. We didn't do either of those things, and so that's why we weren't able to see that. Alright, Peleus, after revealing his lack of royal blood, Peleus gave up the throne but served at court, learning to speak easily to all. Nyla, returning to Hatari with recent events graven in her heart, Nyla hopes to migrate her people across the desert. Volug. Strangely, Volug was still in wolf form on the day he went home. Asked why, he said only, it's more comfortable. Raphael performed a ceremony in Serenus Forest to wake his father the king. Eventually, he returned to Hatari. Kanagas. Ike, your work out there was superb. Hey, you aren't quite over the hill yet yourself. You know, I always wanted to go one-on-one with you, just once. Ha! I would have expected you'd had your fill of fighting. I've had enough kill or be killed to last me a lifetime. But something simpler, some way of testing our respective strengths. You mean controlled matches with all the little rules they have. In a peaceful world, we need such things, especially we Lagoos. Without a fight now and then, we go a bit strange in the head. That's the honest truth. I'd rather try to order a river to change course than stop a bunch of rampaging Lagoos. Upon returning to Gallia, King Kanagas lost no time in abdicating his throne. Countless songs still tell of his valor. Since their youth, Gifka had ever been at Kanagas' side as his loyal shadow. He died proud of how he spent his life. Skrimir, as the new Lion King, patrolled Gallia's borders vigorously, and his large heart won the love of his people. Ranulf was often run ragged by advising the new king. While he winced at his duties, Ranulf still indulged Skrimir. Leith later became a captain in Gallia's home guard and pounded battle skills and fighting pride into young warriors. After returning to the forest, Mordecai avoided battle and lived all his days in peaceful harmony with the trees. Lyra lived free and wild in the forest. She often told her young comrades of the war and the heroes therein. Kiza remained a dutiful Gallian warrior. He showed exemplary diligence, never neglecting to train. Wait, sister! You're my older sister, aren't you? What do you mean? It makes sense. All the pieces fit. The Galder of Release, the goddess Yune's voice. It's true. Inside the tower I heard the voices of many hearts, and I knew. I am descended from Laran and Altina. Sasha, the former apostle, was my grandmother. Yes, I thought so. In that case, my sister. Please consider staying in Begnion. With your power and charisma, you could do so much good here. No, I'm afraid I can't. Well, why not? Dane is my home, and Dane needs me to help it heal and rebuild, not Begnion. But Begnion has you, Empress. You will be a just ruler. Make your country proud to have you. Will I never see you again? Hardly. I think what our countries need now is a sense of family and friendship. I ask that you sign a treaty of alliance with Dane and announce that we are equals. I will, of course. Once things settle down in both our countries, that will be the first thing I do, sister. Thank you, Empress Sanaki, my dear little sister. So yeah, there's another twist. Micaiah is the true apostle, but decided to not be Empress of Begnion. Sanaki elected to guide her people in a world without the goddess, and made treaties uniting the continent. Sigrun was loved by her subordinates in the Holy Guard for her kindness, and guarded Sanaki all her life. Tanith, in contrast, was feared by her subordinates in the Holy Guard for her strictness, and guarded Sanaki all her life. As Begnion's Lagoo's advisor, Tormod labored to help former slaves out of poverty. He was busy, but very happy. As Begnion's first ever Lagoo's official, Marum assisted Tormod and supported his efforts in every arena. I think that's supposed to say area, but whatever. Vika became a liaison to former slaves, traveling between the Cathedral and the Goose District, and was loved in both. Oh, Oliver. Oliver followed his calling as a guardian of beauty by sponsoring many artists, especially those who depicted him. Stefan gathered like-minded individuals to form a tiny independent settlement, which later became a great country. That's like such a random piece of information that I want more information about. Like, where did he form this country? Was it inside of Bagnion's borders? Was it in, like, where was it located? Who was involved with this country? Was it peaceful? How did it get formed? Like, all these questions prop up. Alright, will you be heading back to Gallia first? We'll stop by Gallia, then wing straight on to Serenus. Serenus? Why there? The Empress Sanaki has kept her promise. Serenus will be formally ceded back to us. She said we may return immediately. Ah, I see. That's good to hear. Sometimes birds change their feathers. The hawks, the herons, even the ravens. We're thinking we'll all settle down together. All this time we've sorted ourselves by our ways of thinking and seeing and living. If we can respect each other's opinions and we learn to compromise, we can learn to live together without strife. I don't think it'll be that easy, but it still ought to be simpler than getting Bjork and Laguz to treat each other decently. You set a good example, Rayson. All the major issues look like they'll be handled soon. The only thing we can't agree on is hunting and eating meat. The forest creatures are off limits. Needless displays of violence as well. You know we will not budge on that. Tell me, have you ever heard of a vegetarian hawk? Or a raptor that doesn't scream victoriously at the skies after a kill? Meat, huh? That's a thorny problem. Tabarn was chosen as the first king of the unified bird clans and brought them great respect from the other nations. Saved from a blood pact, Naysala left his people and their nation. He became a diplomat, finding atonement in work. Rayson worked hard as a leader in the new Laguz nation. His iron resolve under a pretty face was suited for politics. As the new king's right arm, Janaf so eagerly trained his men that he often skipped meals, weekends, and sleep. Despite being the new king's left arm, Olki still loved solitude, spending his free time in long deserted locales. Leanne and her father made the forest echo with songs to stir pride in all those toiling to build the new kingdom. Despite his age, I'm old. Nialucci worked hard to restore the name of the Raven clan. Every year he set a new age record. He's just old. After finishing his contract, Volk went back to the shadows he knew so well. He was a man of mystery to the end. Kurth Naga spent his days arbitrating conflicts between nations, guarding the peace so many had died for. Enna returned home and gave birth to her lost fiance's child. Goldoa rejoiced at the first dragon birth in centuries. Nasir served the new Dragon King by observing other nations in his travels and often doted on his great-grandchild, because Enna is Nasir's grandchild. Gareth was named Chamberlain to the king's new nephew and taught him with both strictness and love. Well, your majesty, shall we be off? Yes, let us, to Crimea, to our homeland. Yay, Crimea! Alencia governed Crimea with resolve and a deep love for her people. Her reign was remembered as a golden age. All Crimea rejoiced at Renning's return. He chose to forego the limelight, helping the queen keep the peace. As captain of the Royal Knights and a model of chivalry, Joffrey served his queen and country all his days. Where the queen went, Lucia followed. Their love was fabled to be stronger than even most blood sisters. Bastian's unparalleled diplomatic skills ensured that many treaties were signed, spreading peace across Tellius. Kieran served the royal family with nearly a fanatic verve. His voice could be heard from anywhere in the castle. Marcia showed her dedication as one of the royal knights, ever vigilant as she patrolled Crimea's skies. Makalov remained as a royal knight because the empire was too strict. Miraculously, he was never fired. As a royal knight renowned through the land, Astrid's beauty and prowess were known to allies and enemies alike. Nephany lived with her family in Melior. Time and again she raised her lance in defense of the realm. Returning to his family in Oma, Brom farmed for the rest of his peaceful life. He never lifted a weapon again. Meg had an ordinary marriage in her village and had an ordinary family. Her house was always full of laughter. Heather returned home to care for her mother, swearing off her roguish ways, yet somehow she always had money. The war over, Danved hung up his lance and became a traveling performer. His act could make anyone laugh. Khalil returned to running the store with her beloved Largo and daughter Amy. Her bright smile cheered many hearts. Titania remained second in command of the mercenaries. Once a year she visited the graves of her fallen friends. Shinon lazes the days away in his old haunts. An expert at all he put his hand to, he chose none as his calling. Gatry became a first famous mercenary and a household name. Fate led him to find many women, but never true love. Oscar returned to the Royal Knights at Queen Elincia's request, but still took mercenary work on the side. Boyd trained day in and day out so as not to lose his spot to, quote, some stupid rookie. He never did either. Rolf remained with the mercenaries. He was always in demand as a tutor of unrivaled marksmanship. Reese served as a healer and opened a small chapel in a corner of their old keep. He taught school there. Mia set off in search of new opponents. She traveled the whole continent, but sometimes rested at Grail's retreat. Mist was courted by many young suitors. In her time, she gave the nod to none of them and lived happily alone. When peace had settled on the land, Soren packed lightly and set off with the only person he had ever trusted. Once he saw stability returned, Ike left on a journey to lands still unknown. He was never seen again. At Lorazia's urging, Sekran lay himself down within Serenus and was healed by the songs of the herons. And here we see Laron. Welcome home. Could it be that you were here all this time? Alas, no, I am sorry to say, but for several days I've somehow felt as though you would soon return. Well, I'm home, and I'm glad to see you again, Laron. And I'm glad to see you as well, Goddess Ashunera. How long has it been? 100 years? 500? About 1200 years. Wow. I see, for mortals that is many, many lives. Yes, the peace we once had is on the verge of crumbling again. That is unfortunate. The miasma of war is beginning to shroud the world. However, I shall not again be frightened. As one born of the hopes of man, I shall protect this world. Yes. Laron, I've missed your songs. Would you sing for me now? I no longer... Well then, I will sing, and you may sing with me. Is that all right? Yes. See, this is cool. It opens up like a potential sequel to the Tellius games, set 1200 years after Ike's people. And just Laron and Ashunera would be the only ones alive at that point. Alright, can we just skip this? Maybe? No? Alright, well, we can't really skip this, unfortunately. Oh, we can. Let's go. I appreciate all the people who are in the credits, though, because I love this game. It's so fun. Alright, now we get to see how many turns each battle took, and importantly, who our top 5 units in terms of kills were. And days long passed. The young man strode the lands of Tellius. He was simple yet true, his deeds brave and noble. He reunited 2 races long at war, and healed the heart of a goddess long gone mad. Ask any you meet, be they young or old, Bjork or Laguz, of a hero named Ike, and you'll receive a warm smile and a tale or two of faith, courage, and honesty. I love this last part. It's so cool. That just looks so good. And there we go. Good old Ike. Fin. End. And records. Alright, 7 turns. I mean, it's looking like most maps took about 30 minutes or so. Not too bad. Of course, Chapter 6 took an hour because it's 2 maps in one. But yeah, we're averaging about half an hour, 20 to 35 minutes for the first half of the game, for the first 2 parts. But even in part 3, we were doing like 30 to 45 minutes or so. Not too bad. I like playing like at a fairly fast pace, not like so fast that I'm not enjoying the game, but fast enough where I'm not just like taking forever. Alright, yeah, part 4 battles always take a lot longer. Especially part 4, chapter 4 always takes me a good while. Alright, there we go. Not too bad in terms of our turn count and time. Now let's see how our units did. Unit records. Bottom, of course, is Laura and Renning because they just didn't get any kills. Rayson, Liar, all these people just either were never fielded or actually just can't attack like they're herons. Rolf and Mist never got any kills. That's surprising. So yeah, W's means they actually like killed something. This doesn't mean that they never fought anything. They just never killed anything. So like Enna, of course, fought some stuff. Meg got a kill, very nice. Vika as well, cool. Leaf actually got 3. Oh, that's because in part 2 we did use her a little bit. Alright, cool. These are all units we haven't used in a long time. Wow, Peleus actually got 6 kills. Kurth Naga got 9, that's it. Dang, I thought he got way more than that. I guess he only killed dragons. Tanaki got 14. Valencia got 16, that's pretty impressive. Hey Sala with the 22, he definitely helped out Makai's group a lot. Nyla as well with the 29, helped out part 1 and part 4 a lot. Khalil with 32 and Soren with 33. Wow, Makai got 39. Most of her experience came from healing after she promoted. Gatry with 52, Boyd with 62. Dang, Titania was 74. We used her more than I thought. Aaron only had 76. Mia. Okay, so that means we have like Ike, Neffany, Jill, Har, and who's the 5th? Yeah, so here we have Neffany. I bet Har's going to be number 1, and Ike maybe number 3, and Jill number 2. Alright, yep, here we have Ike. We did use him a good amount, which was fine. I enjoyed that. I'm wondering who the 5th person is, though. Oh, of course, Leonardo. Let's go. Leonardo turned out super good at the end, just saying. Alright, I'm guessing Jill is number 2. Called it. And of course, the number 1 is Har, because he just kills everything, and he's so good. Let's go. 123 kills, 198 battles. Good old Har. Alright, well, that's it. We did it. Thanks for joining us for this super fun playthrough. I hope you all enjoyed it. Check out other playthroughs on my channel. I currently have a Path of Radiance playthrough already up, and I'm going to keep making playthroughs. Next playthrough is actually going to be a little different. I'm not going to do as much for newcomers. I will be like commentating and explaining the moves, but maybe not as much. And I'm actually going to have a 5-year-old pick my team for next playthrough, so that'll be super fun. Catch that when it records and releases. And thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.